Hey everyone, welcome to the Oasis podcast. I'm your host, Miss AJ. Thanks for tuning in. An oasis is something that provides refuge, relief, or a pleasant contrast, and that is exactly what you will find tuning into the Oasis podcast. This is a space where I and special guests will be cultivating intentional and honest conversations about life's journey. Subscribe everywhere you listen to podcasts and watch us on YouTube now. Hello again, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Oasis podcast. We are here again with Mr. Chad Scott.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So, offline, I was ready to tell you about this. I got thoughts. Okay. But today we're going to be talking about this. I don't know how new this concept is, but apparently it's been floating around for a little while, but I'm just hearing about it. So maybe you can shine some light on that. Mm-hmm. This term called financial celibacy.
Yes.
And so I saw this video this weekend, and was it this weekend? Mm-hmm. It was something like that, yeah. But anyway, and I was just like, look here, we have to talk about this because let me not get started. Financial celibacy, Mr. Scott. Is this something that you've heard of before?
Yes, but not that term. Mm-hmm. But I always heard that concept of if women is not going to give us sex on dates, I'm going to withhold my money so we can really be on even playing field, so to speak.
And so, this video, let's just go quick summation of the video. Mm-hmm. It's this gentleman, but he's referring to it as if it's like something that I think he's now going to adopt, but he's like a friend of his done it. And he goes on to talk about, a friend of his saying how there's a particular young lady that he used to was dating, and he had stopped talking to her for a bit, but then she ends up hitting him up. And it was like, oh, hey, let's go out and do something. And then the friend ends up telling the young lady, oh, that's all cool and dandy, but I'm currently not spending any money. Essentially, he's like, I'm currently financially celibate. And she was just kind of like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I'm currently not spending any money, Or from what I gather, he said kind of like on certain things, something of that nature. But what I recall is the response that she gave was, oh no, like she's not trying to have sex, right? Like she just wants to go out and have time. And then the response was kind of like, well, yeah, he's not spending money on things that clearly y'all can see by my face. I'm just gonna this is some bullshit. Okay. So I just find that
go ahead.
People and I only date men, so I'm gonna say men. Men continuously find new ways to not date people properly. And I feel like this is just the newer term for Netflix and chill. Like, I want your time, I want your energy, I want your body, but I'm withhold what I need to provide. And I'm not saying in the sense of like, that's all you have to provide, right? But there is a level of what dating costs, right? Whether that's time, whether that's energy, whether it's actual money, it costs something. And I feel like they continuously keep taking away things, but then want to still call it dating and want you to be okay with what they're not giving you, but want you to still give what they want. Make this make sense to me, Mr. Scott, because I don't understand.
Okay. Let's start from scratch, right? And I think that a lot of guys got to understand, when I say this, I get a lot of pushback. I'm okay with that. I can fight. But when
don't play.
But what I say is, I always talk about the girlfriend budget, right? And a lot of guys feel like what that means, blah, blah, blah. You got to pay for a woman, blah, blah, whatever. At the end of the day, if you're dating intentionally, that's an investment. So if you date this woman, courting this woman is going to require money. And, one of the favorite scenes in Martin with the plumber, when he said, it's going to cost you. It may cost you a little, it may cost you a lot. but they're going to cost you, right? So once again, if you don't want to pay the price, it is what it is in the sense of don't go chasing waterfalls, right? But if you want meaningful relationship that's going to be an investment, you got to be creative. You don't have to break the buckets with this whole $350 dates, whatever. But you're going to have to be more creative, trying to create these conversations and know that woman and vibe with her. But you're still going to invest time, energy, and finances. If you want to play this whole transaction when it comes to I pay for dinner, well, somebody have the acronym date me dick at the end of the evening. Like, you never heard that one?
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, give me time. Hold on, give me time.
Sorry. My brain just registered. What? Date me dick at the end of the wait.
Even
At the end of the evening.
it's a wild time out here. So,
I've been out
so
the
I
streets a
say,
while. I've been out the streets a while. I'm sorry. Wow. You always teach me, like, you always be saying something. I'm like, I ain't never heard this before. I ain't never heard that before. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry,
so,
Mr. Scott. Go ahead.
so yeah. So the thing is, a lot of times with this is they feel like it should be transactional, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking you on a date, right? Whatever the date costs, and it's in the token, you should have sex with me soon rather than later because I want to feel like you're not trying to simp me. You're not really trying to use me for dinner. That you actually like me. So, in order to show me that, we have to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, let's keep the party going, right? But not understanding, that's why women tell men all the time, then get a sex worker. They don't want that because the illusion is they want you to be exclusive to them
They might actually like, they want someone to actually like them
or then bravado with it, right?
or not.
So that's again, it's about the investment, but a lot of guys don't understand how to date properly, and they feel like all women want is money. No, but the ones you may want that because you can't, access. But when you really want to date someone and a woman really like you, you can still have meaningful dates that could be cost effective as you get to know that person. But if you date multiple women, that's just one of them things, right? So yeah, so I think a lot of times guys are trying to find a way to feel like if you withheld in sex, I'm gonna withhold my money and we just gonna bop and bop and go to all the parks dates we could have, or just Jones on the phone and FaceTime until you give it up to me.
My whole thing is, when did going out on dates and getting to know people equate to sex? Because when was that like a mutually connected thing? You know what I'm saying? Because I thought you're supposed to get to know somebody, like them, decide, oh, okay, yeah, we gonna do this, and then you have sex. When is it? Oh, we go on a date. I paid for this, and now you gotta give me. I don't understand because I, I'm saying I don't understand, y'all. I understand, but, what I'm trying to make sense of rather is
Mm-hmm.
what you're getting out the date
Mm-hmm.
is access to me.
Mm-hmm.
When was that lost? I'm confused.
Well, a few things, right? And this is why accountability, right? We
Hmm.
go to accountability. When it came to the understanding that when it comes to dating, courting, a lot of women shied away from it, right? To the sense of the flowers, they're not. So basically, what we used to be required, don't require anymore.
Hmm.
So a lot of women that have low self-esteem, never seen it before, feel like a simp stuff, want the quote unquote bad boy, whatever the thing was, now caused this whole thing as sex has been casual as a cold. To the point of let's have sex first, then we date. And not let's date, get to know each other, have sex and see if that's a thing, but let's have sex first to get that out the way. So I know you like me, you're not using me, I'm not simp. I ain't no punk. We have sex now, then we could see we could go with the flow and see what happens. And you know my thing.
Only, what was that? Only a dead
Only
fish?
thing that go with the flow is a dead fish.
Yeah, I like that one too.
So yeah, so that's
So
what happens now. But
essentially, just what was part of a movement,
mm-hmm,
essentially, right?
mm-hmm,
Not making us just our vaginas, not making it just sex, right? Which was part of, our a woman's movement, right? Of freeing ourselves, then got weaponized.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
once again, when it comes to women, I'm pro sex liberation. Do what you want, have a blast. If
Mm,
you understand what's going on, blah blah blah. And even I tell women all the time, if you can't do casual sex, don't engage.
mhm.
But once again, I love the fact, love yourself, love your body, all these things. But what happens is a lot of guys now looking at it as that's the norm.
Correct. Hmm.
And that understanding that yes, I can be sexually liberated, don't mean I have sex with you.
Exactly. Right.
So even they try to play, oh, you a hoe, you fat, like, whatever. That has nothing to do with what's going on. That's not what I'm on time I'm on. So a lot of guys feel anxious about it or trying to also a lot of guys rush sex because they don't want to be discovered too soon, right? So in the sense of let me date you, have sex with you as fast as I can and cloud your judgment before you really slow walk the dog and see I should not even be worthy to even be here.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
now if I got you woo wooing and I have the home.
Are you feeling overwhelmed by the demands of life, motherhood? At AJO Consulting Services, LLC, we offer comprehensive wellness services that include personalized coaching, doula care, consulting, and personal and professional development to help you navigate this beautiful yet challenging phase of life. Our services are designed to support individuals and communities, especially women, birthing people, and families of color, in creating a more joyful and stress-free experience. From family planning to postpartum care, we provide the tools and resources you need to thrive. Let AJO Consulting Services help you prioritize your well-being and create a healthier, happier future for yourself and your family.
Hormones attachment, now I can give the homie discount because now sex got introduced and I had sex with you.
Hmm.
And now you sprung. And that's why guys get mad sometimes when they have sex with a woman that's not caught up in that world. They be like, wait, my powers is not working. Normally, I just have sex with her and now she's hooked. Oh my God, what's happening? Have I changed? And then honey pack, I need two. You know that? They're trying to find a way to get them hooked. So yeah, that's where the disconnect comes in a lot of times. Is understanding what dating really supposed to look like. And if you want a transactional date, then you understand that it's gonna cost. And you mad because you trying to get the homie discount. Just talk about vibes or I don't want nobody want me for money. No, no, no. You be honest about what your intents are.
And that's the thing. I've recently also seen more posts about this as well. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of dudes, again, I only date men. So a lot of dudes I see, they literally come off showing money, right? Meaning
Mm-hmm.
labels, this. They flaunting money, whether they
Mm-hmm.
got it or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're flaunting, and then get mad that someone's attracted to you for that thing that you're flaunting.
Mm-hmm. I tell men all the time, right? If you leave with money, you can't get mad, right? And this is why I say, if you try to do the whole big dates, the $300 dates, the $500 dates, whatever, all initially you try to do is skip the line.
Mm-hmm.
But can you maintain that? But what happens, it works a few times. And when men in general, we are a creature of habit. It worked before, and we want to double down, triple down, quadruple down because it worked before where I gave a half-ass effort and I got rewarded. So a lot of times men would do low risk, high reward. I would give you the bare minimum because normally when I do the bare minimum, I get all the access I want and desire.
So no, you ain't lying because they definitely gonna keep trying and and then the ones that they try and they don't get what they want, that person is difficult rather
Oh
than,
yeah, they don't try to
oh,
shame you.
you
Right.
know what, maybe I gotta change this up with the different person, maybe try a different game, right? Or different strategy. But I feel like because women get told this stuff like this all the time, right? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you should choose better. How about y'all choose better too? Have better discernment.
Mm-hmm.
How about y'all date women who actually like y'all? And we talked about this a little bit our last episode
Mm-hmm.
about women choosing we usually get the influx of people coming to us. So we're choosing from the people coming to us and
Yeah.
we don't do the choosing, right? We don't go after the thing that we actually want. You mentioned that. And so
Yeah.
from what came to us, we're trying to see, okay, which one is all right, you all right, you better than the rest. And then men feel that, like, oh, you know what? I'm trying so hard to impress her. It's because she don't like you, sir.
Yeah.
She don't like you. So in that same vein, why don't y'all, instead of out here, essentially just throwing a wide net and then just taking whatever comes,
Mm-hmm.
going in on women and only date women that like you. So you're not gonna feel like the investment that you have to make is something that is some type of luxury. It is something that if you want to date, you have to make an investment, as opposed to making other people suffer because you keep dating women that don't like you, or you don't want it, you just want sex.
Mm-hmm.
Then find women who only just want sex. That's not something that's hard to find. Like, that's literally in a very early conversation.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm on. You on this? But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to sell a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then get mad when the person is going this way, you are trying to just play whatever way she going, but get mad that you got to do all this investment. It just don't make it make sense for me, please.
I feel you. I understand, right? And when it comes to men, the sad part about it is the men want the woman that don't want them.
Mm-hmm.
So they mad, they frustrated, they go on social media, they talk about all women want gold diggers, always want money, blah, blah, because they don't have access to the woman they do want. And then the woman that's down with whatever you time you on, cheesecake dates and all that, they're like, not you. I'm talking about it because I want what I want. And like you said, it's really understanding who you are and being honest. Just like we talk about women being honest, blah, blah. Men got to be honest that you're not him.
You not a
I
lot of
positive and inconvenience. That's why when it comes to dating apps, the guys that's more attractive have no problem. But the loneliness epidemic on the males is going to go high because you're doubling down on stuff that is not working for you and not being with a woman that actually like you and want to build with you. But if you're not likable, that may be something you need to work on as far as character. But why are you not likable?
exactly.
What about you that people like ill, creepy, or weird? Like why you got to pay for so many people to have access?
Access.
That's why a lot of times we could tell guys that had girls back in the days or got a little money now and now move a certain kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
you be like, oh, you new to here. Girls never liked you before.
Mm-hmm. You
So
can.
yeah, so a lot of time ego and pride, they think they hammer and have the money and have the all we're looking at they have money, but that's all they have. And they get mad and they get used for it or feel like this not I spend this, I I should get some loyalty or some honesty from you or some sugar walls.
And we also address the other elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be really honest. If you are not the most attractive man, you're gonna have to do what you're gonna have to do, sir. And I think a lot of them don't want to acknowledge that either. I'm a nice guy. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. But if you're not the most attractive, and I'm not saying that to like be mean, but it's being real. I think it's part of being honest and being accountable. Just like they try to tell women, oh, if you're not built like this and you're not that, then another part of you have to shine, right? Same. If you're not the most attractive person,
Mm-hmm.
you need to then look at what else can you provide to attract what you want, right? Is that
Listen.
not a train of thought, or they people just really out here delusional, thinking that they the finest thing because they got a beard?
Well, most that's makeup for a lot of men. But what happens a lot of time when it comes to this concept is most people not self-aware.
You know what? You're right.
I think it was a study recently. 15% of the people population is self-aware.
Mm.
So within that, the great rest in peace, Christopher Wallace, Biggie Smalls, Brooklyn. I see
My Biggie hoodie too.
black and ugly as ever. However,
Mm-hmm.
you have to understand what is your however.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to understand that I may be the funniest, I may be this, I may be that, I may have money. Like you have to find out ever so you can have a deeper pool of women that may be engaged with you if you're not physically attractive to most people, right? Beauty and eye beholder. But what happens a lot of times is guys get frustrated that no one wants them, but not understand the characteristics or the signs that you're seeing that why women don't generally bop with you.
Mm-hmm.
So even for me, right? I have a lot of women friends,
Mm-hmm.
right? A lot of women enjoy my company. So guys don't understand that or get frustrated with it because like, how he must be a slip up. No. Women have a blast with me because I am who I am.
It's about
But
character. It's about personality. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the I'm gonna call it what it is. The ugly dudes, okay? They subconsciously or consciously lead with money because they're like, I got to get her in the door, right? But then they get mad and resentful that they had to use the money to get in the door and realize they have to be consistent to keep that person around with the money, as opposed to sharpening another part of you, keep that person there. Have a personality. Because another thing that we don't talk about is money is one thing, yes, but money is not going to keep a woman. Not most women, not quality women. When we get past the cash, because also be real, we know Black women, all that stuff, we make our money. We making our own money. When we get past the cash, what else do you have to provide? If you as dumb as a doorknob, that's not gonna rock. That's not fun. What am I talking? I can't talk to you. We can't hold a conversation. And instead of sharpening those parts of themselves, they want to just focus on the money that they were the ones who led with to get what it is that they wanted. And then they get mad now and resentful at you for biting the bait that they threw. Like, it's just like, that doesn't even make any sense. And how about, hey, okay, I know I'm not all right, I ain't Beyonce. Okay. All right. I mean, there's a lot of bad ones out here, but that's one that popped into my head, right? Or Miss Jilly from Philly. Hey, girl. Right?
Oh, she's stubborn.
Okay, Julie. Okay.
Yeah.
But you see, she is beautiful. But also, there is layers to her that you can see. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, if you're not that, cool. What other layers are there to you? Like you said, are you funny? Do you know a lot about a topic? Are you just intelligent? You know things. Just you can show me things. Like, what else is there? And that's the problem is a lot of men, they don't go down. It's okay, I'm not that attractive. All right, I'm gonna use my money, and then it stops there. And so
Because
then,
they feel like money is, as men, provider, money is law to us, right? So a lot of time we have the money, but poor character. That's why I said before, a podcast before, where a girl finally dated a guy that made six figures, and she had anxiety because she wanted to make sure she got chosen. But I had to let her know that's a cool box to check. Got it, but he don't like you. So this person may have money, but are they generous? Are they really caring?
right.
But a lot of times people have money, and that's when you start having that kind of, I'm the 1%, I'm daddy, and you should do whatever for me because I got money. Yeah, but once again, it's about character. So yeah, like a lot of times people leave with money, or that's become their identity, and that's when a lot of times where cool, you got money, but what else? And that's when what else? What do you got? What do you bring to the table? And that's when you start getting that stupid debate. But yeah,
Do you ever feel like you need a little guidance, a listening ear, or an unbiased perspective, a confidential space to talk through whatever is on your mind? Our compassionate and trained coaches are here to help you with relationship and family issues, career and professional challenges, stress and anxiety, personal growth and goal setting, and general life advice. We're not here just to give you answers. We're here to empower you with the tools and insights you need to make confident decisions. Your first step towards clarity is just a phone call away. Book your call now at www.ajoconsultingservices.com or click the link in our bio.
Definitely, unfortunately, but like I said, the reason why a lot of these male epidemic is coming is because of that, right? It's a lot of times it's not working for them. So this whole financial withholding money, so we like each other. You don't even have the personality to run that. So like for me, I can make Barnes and Nobles and a Starbucks date amazing. You may not have that ability, homie.
Exactly, because they don't have no personality.
So
no,
yeah, but
legit, they don't have
learn the woman you're dating. And I think sometimes a lot of guys, they don't understand that women is not monoliths, right? There's so many different kind of women that you had to get to know them. So some may not like the fancy dates, right? And the fancy dinners, due to the fact that I went to a birthday dinner recently and the food was horrible. right? So I know women that been around know a lot of these places food is horrible. But as you get to know the person, you can now find dates and events that make sense, that it cost effective, and that you can build up to it. So then it's definitely one of the things that a lot of guys have to understand, that that way of I'm holding money, let me get to know you, that's not how that's going to work. We have to invest. If you want to date intentionally, if you just want to have sex, then that's a different way, different conversation to get to know you. But you just feel like I'm on a budget. Cool, have a budget, have a date budget, whatever. But also understanding what is your end goal. If your end goal just to have sex with the person and then keep her around and Netflix and chill, like you said earlier, Netflix and chill and all that other stuff, then you gotta be honest with what it's going to cost of the maintenance of that, or she pay to play when that's all you have is money. And that's why you know why she here. You think she laughing? You know the new thing trend now when people act like they're laughing at somebody joke, a coworker or Valentine's Day coming up, and they're like, somebody make a joke, you got a fake laugh. So you know why she fake laughing. You ain't that funny,
Mr. Scott, what I want you to do right now
Talk to me.
is talk to these people.
Okay.
Like, give them concrete tips
Mm-hmm.
to not succumb to this nonsense. I want you to talk to the people who legitly want to date, find their person, give them the tips and tools that they actually need to do that, and not fall to some of this nonsense that's online. Because here's the reality of the situation. So many, and I know too many, and I've heard this across the interwebs. So I know that this is not just a me thing, and I'm sure you can also agree to
Mm-hmm.
it. So many women don't even date guys for their money like that for real. There's a small group of women who probably do that. There's so many women dating down. Like that dating men, and when I say down, let me rephrase that. Dating men who do not actually make nearly as much money as them or anything like that. So it's like, where y'all getting this stuff from? I don't even know. But please provide the tips to these people so they did not fall prey to this nonsense. And because if y'all lonely now,
Waiting till tonight. So
okay.
what
Y'all
I will
just
say,
want to be in extinct at this point. That this does not make sense. It just don't.
what happens is we both need each other, right? When it comes to relationships, no one want to be alone. Everybody want to be with somebody. And I think with men, I know we so caught up in the money. I understand society, things cost. The look of what a man supposed to do is provide. But you have to understand, as a man, we also have to provide a safe space. There's other things we need to provide to be a happy home in unison. And I think that a lot of times we forget that we don't really understand that we deserve more, right? We could be able to now understand that we're not monoliths either, right? We have an array of tools that we could build. And as we tell women, men as well, what are we doing to add value to our character? What are we doing to be a pillar of being a quote unquote good man? Someone that they feel like when we die, it's not about money grab, but people really honor and love us. So yeah, it's part of us doing that work and being the best version of ourselves, and reading more books than the 50 laws of power. Like really trying to understand how do we become a better person and what we actually looking for. If it's just lust we after or we actually a real connection, we're going to have to invest time, energy, and I'm sorry, money.
Literally everything in life costs. Literally.
Yeah, because I'm saying you get it for the low, or get it for the cheap, or you really want to invest something with real general connections. And part of that is you ask the woman out on a date. She asks you on a date. You ask on a date. You courting her. Part of that is planning dates, and it's going to cost money. And it's not a money grab, but she just wants you for her money. She is also showing character, who you are behind the scenes. So yeah, so I think that a lot of guys need to work on character development to let me tell women to be more than just being a pretty face. What else they bring to the table? That talk. But what do you bring to the table? Money's cool, but what else can I trust you? Are you a man of character, integrity? What do people say around you? Like it's more
And you
things.
read. Y'all laugh. The last book you read, was it an audiobook or did you read the words off the
Huh?
page?
Yeah. And that's the thing
Oh,
is we have to be more well rounded as well. So we just feel like women want to jump these hoops, but what we bring and how we court and who we want. And I think that the disconnect with this whole thing is a lot of guys want the woman that's all about the money.
And then get mad.
So they use like it's listen, there's men that I know, right, where these women they with is a riot. Not just a riotous abuse of it, but who they are, their light is bright, their future is brighter, and they make more money or whatever it may be than who they with. And a lot of guys still have the bitterness on social media, fighting with women and arguing with women. It's like because the one they want don't want them. So they settled and they mad because she's still holding it down. But they don't really want her. They settled it because, you eat what you kill. But yeah, a lot of times is that still frustration that hurt. They got to work on that healing energy. And that's why you should never settle. You should be with someone you actually want to be with. If they require more money, then my man.
And stop getting mad at the choices you're making, because y'all love to blame women. Choose better. How about y'all choose better? Stop getting mad at the choices that you're making. You're choosing women who don't like you. Why are you doing it?
Like I said, alignment is assignment. And I know a lot of guys like the praise of outside men, right? They want I see you, you look good. Oh, that's you? That's you? Yeah, and that's what is cute and all. But once again, it's like at the end of the day, with anything, even women, when I talk about getting married, you have to see what you look yourself in the mirror in the day-to-day operations. So you want to be with someone that actually like you and build with you and rock with you, instead of the situation of you just want this aesthetically pleasing woman, but you don't want to pay the cost. So you want to shame her, call her whole, to try to make you feel good because she don't want you. And it's sad when you want a hoe that don't want you. That's nasty work.
But there's another layer to it too.
Yeah, it's sad. But I think that what happens is for people that really want general connections, you're going to have to invest. That's time, energy, and finances. You're going to invest if you really want to build something. But you try to skip to the good part, or just try to have the sex early to show that she likes you, and then from there you just trying to have the homie discount. That's just it. Don't normally going to end well.
I'm just mad that it's 2026 and we still talking about this. No, like seriously. And it's a grown folk. These are not like little 20-something-year-olds. These are not like teenagers. These is grown men. And we talked about this as well. The younger men, the young ones, the ones who are in their 20s, they're not talking this nonsense.
Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah.
They know, okay, we're going now. Ain't no question of, we're going 50-50. Nothing. They planning it, they coordinating, they paying. It's these older millennials with this nonsense.
What happened, and this is where the issues happening right now, and I notice it everywhere, beyond the whole male lonely epidemic, it's just that the older millenniums and the older men not understanding or want to embrace the new hybrid of relationships and partnerships. And from there that's when things get tricky now, because like you said, more women are making more money, more women have the money. So usually the money financial abuse used to be their bag. And now that's not the bag anymore. Like, cool, you got money and what? They're like, what? And what? See, these new women, because I have my money too. And now you want a traditional woman, a traditional standards, that make the cost of living may be different now. But if you understanding what it is right now in this economy and this way the world works, you have to understand that we're better together and what partnership look like. And not to be on, I'm a provider money-wise, like I said, provides safe space, but even at the home, how are we working a partnership, or you want me to do all the she work, come home and do all the house labor and give you a happy ending at the end? Like, you have to understand that we have to now understand what partnership really look like in this day and age. Back in the days, both part, men and women want that back in the day love, but they understand that this is a new hybrid when it comes to partnership. Until we embrace a new partnership, we're going to always have this back and forth right now. There's going to be a friction because we understand that we're better. We need each other. We're better together. But what we used to do back in the days is not going to work this time. More women are doing the healing. More women are going to therapy. More women having these careers. More women in college than men. Yes, I understand as far as being a black man, hard job. I get all those things. But that's why it's more important that we need partnership. And we can't dim somebody light for your own ego or try to minimize the experience of dating. Yeah, and finding your partner. Is that what you want? If you just want to get it wet, then you have to move a certain kind of way. But if you really want intentional relationships and connection and find your partner, then you're going to have to invest. Apologize for the inconvenience. And also understand, I said the hybrid of what relationships look like nowadays. Partnership is what's in. We got to do it together. But if we want to focus on money, it's just a money grab, then you know who you with. You're with the wrong person.
My struggles with unexplained infertility, a high-risk pregnancy, postpartum complications, my current struggles with postpartum anxiety, and my continuous advocacy to maintain workplace accommodations have given me a deeper understanding of the challenges women face during such a vulnerable time. My dream is to actively contribute to the reproductive justice movement, reduce Black maternal morbidity, and improve mental health outcomes for prenatal and postpartum women through this work. And that is why I created the Prenatal and Postpartum Supplement Fund. The purpose of this fund is to support women, birthing people, and families. This fund will provide financial assistance during pregnancy and postpartum, helping to supplement women and families' income and alleviate financial stress. By creating such a fund, I hope to contribute to the ongoing healing process for many individuals and families. Please support our mission by contributing a donation today.
And you got to take accountability. So who you entertain and watch. Just like we tell women all the time, you got to do the same. My guy.
All right. And stop moving from lack. Either you got a lack of money or lack of self-esteem or lack of accountability. It's still lack. Because I'm sure if you analyze any one of those areas, you're going to realize it's not a them, it's a you. So again, whether it's not going after people you like, whether it's you don't budget properly and you need to budget and maybe stick to your budget, whether it's do you even know what the hell you're looking for? And so you out here grabbing at anything, and then now you're mad at the whole species of women and everybody you encounter because you don't know what you're doing. Sit down somewhere before y'all start putting this stuff on the internet. Okay, sit down somewhere and just think. I was gonna say talk to other men, but you know what?
Well, listen.
Find mature.
Well, listen.
Grounded men. Okay.
Even that, right? What you can do is keep it in a group chat. You can workshop it in the group chat and see what's happening before you say it out loud, right? But like I said, I like the fact that men are saying things out loud. I know people want to unplug people podcasters, but I just think that it gives more lay of the land of what happens and what's going on. And I like when people get bullied and ashamed online. Like, you sure that's your take? And staying on that and what that look like. But I also understand that men still trying to find their voice in this new wave of relationships and dating. And they just trying to find different ways. Also trying to poke holes and work on some women insecurities. So they get the woman to be like, yeah, we can just go to picnics outside and all weekend. I just want to be around you. Yeah, that's cool too. But what do you want? Is this what your wife would want to look like? This is how you want it? Yeah, so it's just being honest. But it's going to be, I see it not ending anytime soon. But it may have to get more worse than for it to get better. But the more and more, like you said, the young guys are getting it, they're understanding it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be an uphill battle until we realize that we have to now embrace the new hybrid of what relationship look like and what manhood look like.
That part.
It's going to be a bumpy ride.
We're going to drop the mic right there. I like that. We're going to end it right there because I ain't got nothing else nice to say. So I like that. Mr. Scott, let the people know where they can find you.
It's always a pleasure. On all social media platforms, Chad Scott here. I'm here for resources and I'm here to help. Thanks again for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Oasis podcast. I hope you were able to find something that resonated with you on your journey. Don't forget to subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts and YouTube. Rate us and leave us a review and comment on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and YouTube. Share your favorite episode and like us on Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions, comments, want to be a guest, or any show ideas, contact us at ajaysoasis@gmail.com. That's AAYJAYSOASIS@gmail.com, or direct message us on Instagram and Facebook.